morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having an amazing morning. And I thank you for joining me this morning to make some soap. You know, it's been one of those mornings. I couldn't find my other glasses. I don't know where I put them, but it's okay. We're going to keep on going. Now, the first thing I thought I'd do this morning is give you the list of what you need to create soap. Now I have everything spread out. I had to move things on the countertop, but it's okay. Let me show you what you're going to need. I'm going to take you over here to the island, and we'll talk about the list of stuff that we need to make soap. Now, you see this large plastic container? This is the container that I store all of the equipment that I use to make soap. So if you're going to purchase the things and get started on making soap, maybe you'd like to purchase one of these. They're very inexpensive. I got it at the Walmart. And it's just a storage bin, a plastic one. It has a plastic top that's over there. And I keep everything in that storage. Now, let me tell you what you need. You are going to need one of these handheld mixers. It works great. I don't know. I got the Betty Crocker, but it doesn't matter the brand as long as it has that type. There it is. That type of bottle. It's great. Okay, you're gonna need live beads. Now you can order those on Amazon, and they come in a plastic container, and they are called live beads. So when you go on Amazon and you're looking for things to make your soap, look for the line for making soap and get the beads. They're easy to use. You don't have to be afraid of them, and it works great. You are going to need a large bowl to mix your soap in. Now, I have an aluminum bowl. Let me see. Let me get it for you. Here it is. And again, I found this at the Walmart. Now, if you're in the city in an area where you can get to uh, a baking store, you can get your mixer, you can get your bowl, you can get your containers, you can probably even get your molds there. You're going to need molds, and let me show you the mold. These are the molds that I have. I was going to make this soap for myself, and I wanted just a regular bottle. So that's what I got. But now you can get molds that are shaped like animals, like vehicles. You can get soap molds that shape like shapes like triangles, circles, squares. You can get soap molds that shape like hearts. You can get soap molds that shape like so many things. You can get. They are silicone molds. Now look, this was sold as an ice tray in the Walmart. It's heavy, it's thick, and I don't know what's the best. I use this if I have leftover soap to make little tiny bars to give to my customers as free gifts. But these I ordered on Amazon, and they are flimsy. They are not, you see there, I got the least expensive ones. So I'm assuming if you pay a little more, you'll get better silicone molds. But I've had absolutely no problem with these. It's just what you can afford. And if you're going to create soap, if you're going to keep making soap, maybe you want to invest a little bit more. I even sell my soaps. I loved it so much. And my customers tell me that they love it. So if you're gonna, if you have the finances, invest in the type of molds you like and shapes that's perfect for you and your family. You're gonna need a scale. Now I got this KitchenAid scale from the Walmart. It's just a little scale like this. Works really, really well. I love it. I keep it wrapped in the bag that it came with in my pack. It's a bubble wrap bag. When I'm finished with it, I put it right back in my plastic container, and I love it. Works really, really well. It was something like, I'm gonna say $17. I'm not certain. Then you're going to need 2 plastic containers. Now, you can use leftover food containers. You can use like Tupperware containers. My containers, I wash them out, dry them really, really well when I'm finished making my soaps, and I store them right back in this container. Or it's up to you. You need towels. I use these beach towels because they are large. I can fold them thick because you need to cover your soap. So I keep these beach towels for my soaps. At the end of the summer season, beach towels go on sale at the Walmart, and you'll have your towels if you're going to create soap again. If not, just use towels that you have and wash them after you make your soap. Then you're going to need cardboard covers. Now, we purchase water, and the water has cardboard inserts to, like, you have a layer of bottles of water, and then you have a cardboard separation, and then another layer. So I use those sometimes. It's up to you. What you're going to do with those is cover these molds. So you need cardboard the size of each mold to cover your molds. Or I use these. These are those styrofoam containers that everything comes in. And I use these for my arts and crafts, so I always have them. And I take these and I just cover my molds. And you see they come in all shapes. There we go. There. They come in all shapes. They come in all sizes. So this is an alternative for you. And you know we're trying to reuse things as much as possible. And that's a good way to do it. And I have them all sizes, all shapes. And I just use these. But I have used the cardboard, and It's up to you. You need a cardboard box. The cardboard boxes are going to be used to cure your soap in. And I don't have them out because this is part one. Part two, you'll see those. But you'll need a cardboard box too. And it takes 6 weeks for your soaps to cure. You're going to need safety glasses. I purchased these at the Lowe's hardware. I know they have them at Home Depot and any hardware store will have them. They're not very expensive. You're going to need a mat. I have this mat that I'm going to use today. You're going to need a plastic spoon. I threw the spoon away, but what you need the plastic spoon for, you'll see in a minute. You need a large spoon, like that, like a cooking spoon. And I keep all of these in this container. So when I get it down, I'm ready to make my soaps. The only thing that's not in there is the olive oil and the water, the distilled. You're going to need olive oil. You're going to need distilled water. You're going to need, excuse me, and I forgot to put this on the list, gloves. I just like having. You're going to need gloves. And if you purchase a box from your drugstore somewhere, supermarkets carry them now since COVID. You can keep that box right in your plastic container and everything's there. And this is what I use. This little scoop. It stays in this container. After the soap is made, I use this scoop to scoop my soap and pour it in each one of the molds. It works for me. You don't have to have it. You can use a spoon. I love it. Now let's get busy in making the soaps. And by the way, let me say welcome. We have a homeschool class joining us today, joining me today, and I want to say hello. Welcome to my kitchen. Overlook the clutter. I was up early this morning trying to send you some information, and I hope you received it. Now, this is what you need for a full batch of soap. 50 ounces of olive oil. Now, today I'm using, what do you call it? Wait a minute. Extra virgin. Today I'm using extra virgin olive oil. And that's because that's all that we can find now. There was a time when I could get just plain pure olive oil. But the last batches that I've made, I used the extra virgin. And to me, it works just fine. I love it. And you need 15 ounces of distilled water. You need 6.5 ounces of lye beans. Now, the instructions for part one are quick, and explaining this has been the longest part of it. Hello, rainbows. Thank you for joining me. We have a homeschool class joining us today. Say hello, and I hope you learn. Now, let me give you some facts about olive oil. Olive oil trees can live up to 2,000 years. Did you know that? I didn't have a clue. Okay, let's get started. I love milk, so it's more. In my bowl is my olive oil. Now, because I had scheduled this and I knew the class would be joining me, I thought I had everything until I was pre-measuring everything and I didn't have enough live beads. So I cut the recipe in half. In your bowl, you will have, let me get my notes because I don't want to mess up. You'll have 50 ounces of olive oil. I have 25 in my bowl. Get my glasses. Next, in this plastic container. Oh, and I bought this. Uh, I'm tempted to say this was $4 at Walmart in the cooking department, and it has measurements on it. But anyway, these are my live beads. You'll need 6.5 ounces, 6.5 ounces of live beads. I have 3.25. Move my bowl. You'll need 15 ounces of distilled water. That's what's in this plastic glass. Now let me show you what we do. Okay, the first thing is you're going to put your olive oil in your bowl. Next, you're going to add your live beads into your water. That's what you need that large spoon for. So let me get the large spoon. And let me get my safety equipment. I'm going to put my mask. These work really well. And if you wear these out, they don't fog up the glass. And I'm going to put on my surgical gloves. You don't have to, but I kind of like wear when I'm dealing with the light, you know. There are my goggles. I'm ready. Let me back up the phone just a little. Turn this so you can see the bowl in my thing. Now, you're going to add the beads to the water, not the water to the beads. So, I'm going to put the spoon in here, and you're going to slowly stir, pour in your into the water. Now get all of them in there because you've measured the right amount. Make sure you get it all in there. There you go. And you're going to stir. Now, what you will see is, let's see if I can pick this up. See the glass? That's the steam from the water and the lime mixing together. Now you're going to let this sit. Take this off until it cools. That's got to cool. Now this cool, you see, that's very, very warm to the touch. Once that's mixed together, that's got to cool. Let me take this off. Now I put that right back in that container so I can have everything there. Now I don't reuse these gloves. I put those in the tray. So I put that there. Now that's got to cool. So I'm going to talk while we wait for this to cool. After that cools to the touch, I didn't put that on the list. Let it cool, warm to the touch. Yes, I did. Then we're going to slowly add it to the olive oil and stir. So while that's cooling, let me give you some more facts about olive oil. And I made a video yesterday when I was purchasing my olive oil so you could see what type I got, where I got it from. Let me put my milk. I just saw in the video that I left my milk. Wait a minute, guys. Okay. You need 50 ounces of olive oil. And what I like to do is get 50 ounces. Now I get this, and this is 67.6 ounces. So when I get the 50 ounces out, I still have some left to cook with. And it's great. I love it. I love the container. I love this olive oil. This is extra virgin, since I can't get just plain olive oil anymore. And the extra virgin is one. Let me tell you, the difference between pure olive oil and pure extra virgin olive oil. Where did I put my glasses? Let me get my glasses. Extra virgin olive oil has a lower smoke point than regular olive oil. That's when you cook with it. It has the lowest acidity level of all olive oils. It contains the most antioxidants of all olive oils. It has a lower percentage of oleic acid. Now, yesterday I had it down. I'm sorry, guys. OLEIC. And that is a fatty acid that occurs naturally in varieties, in various animal and vegetable fats and oils. It is odorless, colorless, although commercial examples may be yellowish. And if you see the video that I made yesterday, buying the olive oil, you see some of those are extremely yellow in color. It is an omega-9 fatty acid. It can be made by the body. It is also found in foods. Highest levels are found in olive oil and other edible oils. Now, back to facts about olive oil. Did you know Spain is the biggest olive oil producer? Most olive oils come from Spain. In the stores, most of olive oils come from Spain. Yesterday, I showed you one that is made and produced in California. But most olive oils on the shelves come from Spain. Greece is the biggest olive oil consumer. I would have never thought that. Never. I would have thought Spain, but it's Greece. Olive oil is a juice. Did you know that? I had no idea. You harvest it once a year. Once. So I guess you have to have enough fields of olive trees to make the money one time a year. Isn't that amazing? Olives are hand picked. I was showing you yesterday some olive oils, the most expensive that was in that store was $88 and some change an ounce. Hand picked. I see why. It's well worth hand picked. Each olive tree gives 4 liters of oil year. Hello, I'm glad. Extra virgin is the highest quality. It's listed as the highest quality on the scale for olive oils. Isn't that amazing? I always said, Spain is shaped like the boot. And I always said, when I go to Spain, I'm going to sit outside with some of those olive oils that they have the fresh herbs chopped up in, and they give you the bread and slice the little bread, and you sit outside and you dip your bread in the olive oil and herbs, and you eat while you're looking over the vineyards. I always said that's on my bucket list to do one day. So there's some facts about olive oil. I know somebody that grew an olive tree, but it's not that easy to do. And getting the oil, like I said, you only get 4 liters of oil yearly from a tree of olives. And did you know olive trees grow tall? I saw a convent on where the ladies make money to live by selling their olive oils. And they go out every morning when the olives are producing and pick the olives. And they walk under the olive trees. I don't know, but I didn't know olive trees got that tall, but they do. And they're beautiful. So there's some facts about olive oils. America's not on the list telling us how much we consume of olive oil, but I would imagine it's a lot because we're using more and more olive oil. And I know I ain't. Now, let's see how warm. Still a little bit warm. I'm going to let this sit a little while longer and let it cool just a little more. Now, back to the 3 ingredients that we need. We have a long list of equipment and things that we need to make the soap, but 50 ounces of olive oil is used in a batch of soap. I cut that in half. Half of 50 is 25. So in my bowl, I have 25 ounces of olive oil. The distilled water is 15 ounces. I cut that in half. I know you know what half of 15 is. So you tell me in the feed. 6.5 ounces of live beads is used in a batch of soap. I cut that in half. That's 6.5 on the little scale that I showed you. If I cut that in half, how much did I use? 6.5 ounces. Half of the 6.5 ounces is what? Tell me. I know you know. Now, back to making the soap. While you tell me. Next, when this cools, we'll get an opportunity to use the blender. So let me get the blender. Here it is. And I'll get it plugged up and ready to go. My kitchen is kind of small, but I have plugs everywhere. So when I'm over here, I can plug it up. I keep my blender in that container, and I only use it for my soaps when I'm making soap. And guys, guess what's happening in our community? I'm in the extreme rural on the farm. Let's see. 3.25. That's right. That's exactly what it is. Now that is for, wait a minute, let me get my list. That's for the live beads. Now remember, if you're making a full batch, 6.5 ounces, I'm making a half batch, 3.25. And that's what will show up on the scale when you're measuring. And that's why you need a little plastic spoon. If you pour too much in, or you're right at the 6.5, maybe you're at 6.4, then take that little plastic spoon and just gradually add, shake just a little more of your live beads. Now that's what I had to do for the 3.25, which is half. I had 3.42, and I had to remove some of the live beads out of the container while it was on the scale to make certain that I had the 3.25. Now, it has to be accurate. It has to be. So I took that little spoon and I removed the live beads until I had exactly 3.25. And then I threw the spoon in the trash. Discard the spoon, but you'll need one just for those reasons. And you may need 2 or 3. The reason I say that is because I had already pre-measured my olive oil in my large bowl. When I found out I did not have enough live beads, so I had 50 ounces and I had to remove it. I just poured it out and started over. But when you're pouring in your 50 ounces, you may go over slightly, or you may be right at it and need just a bit more. So those plastic spoons really help. And you can get those at the Walmart. You can even get those at the Dollar Tree and keep that package in your container with your things that you're going to use to make your soaps. Now let me plug up my mixer. And I always have to stretch out my cord. And you may ask, how do I clean my equipment when I'm finished? Like this spoon and the bowl and the mixer, all of that. The mixer in this pan, and I said, let's do this. I was getting ready to make my husband some Kool-Aid. So let me move my pitch. Excuse me. I have this pan in my sink with extremely hot water. I add a few drops of Dawn dishwashing liquid and I make suds. Oh, deep enough to cover this part of my mixer. And I put my mixer in there and I push it up and down in there while it's running. And I clean those blades. Once that's clean, I unplug it and I wash all around here to make certain that that's clean. Then with paper towels, I dry it because it's got to be dry. You want your blades, when you're getting ready to store it, to be dry. So you have to get paper towels and I dry each blade all up in here, all around. These little openings, I dry all up in there. And then the exterior, I dry all of that, all of that. And I wrap my cord and I put this back in the bag that came with it in the box. And then I wrap it up, put it back in my container. And I'm ready to make soap again the next time. So let's plug it up. That's how I clean that. Now let me tell you how I clean the spatula. Oh, you need a spatula. I didn't put that on the list. You need a spatula. Let me tell you why you need a spatula. To get every drop. Still a little more. To get every drop out of your bowl, out of your containers, you need a spatula. That's the lye that was in this spatula. If some was left in there, you need a spatula. The spatula is made with this silicone edge on the handle to get all of it out. That's what it's made for. So you need a spatula. I forgot that. But the spoon, the plastic container, the bowl, the plastic glass, oh, it's cooling now. I put that in my dishwasher and I wash them on a heavy cycle. As soon as they blow dry, when the cycle is completed, same thing. I get paper towels and I make certain that everything is totally dry with paper towels. And then I store them right back in that container so it's ready to use again. Even this big bowl, I don't know if it looks large to you, but it's a big bowl. And I make certain that it's totally dry with paper towels. And then I put it back in the container. Now let me see. Back to the instructions for part 1. Okay. I can put my hand around. Now I'm going to slowly add this to the olive oil and stir with the large spoon. Is this. Then I'm going to use the mixer over and over again until it thickens. reach trace. When it's thick enough, let me show you. When the mixture is thick enough to stick to the mixer, it's finished. You finished with it. Then you have to quickly add it to your molds. Cover with your cardboard covers. And you know, I showed you that I'm going to reuse some styrofoam containers. Cover it with the towels and leave it for a full 24 hours. Now, my range in the kitchen has a clock. When I'm filling my molds, and I get all of them filled, I get all of them covered, then I look at my clock. Whatever time it is, I don't move it, I don't uncover it. My husband doesn't uncover it for 24 hours. So when you make soap, remember you're going to need 2 days. I'm doing this in 2 days because the soap has to wait 24 hours. But you're going to need 2 days to make the soap before you can put it in the boxes to cure for 6 weeks. Isn't that amazing? 6 weeks. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to give it a try again. If you weren't on, let me move the mixer. See. Bring this so you can see down in the bowl. If you weren't on, I would let it cool a little more. So I hope, I hope this turns out really well. Let's lower this a little bit. But I was going to tell you something special. We don't have internet. It's amazing that the rural areas in America don't have internet, but it's coming. The guys are working outside now, and they say we'll have it in 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope this video is going over well. I'm sorry. There's my olive oil. Now what I'm going to do is slowly add beaded lye distilled water mixture to the olive oil and stir. The olive oil is changing color. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is. Only add it once again. Want every drop in there. Add that the sink and stir until that's totally mixed. Now, if you can't see it, when you make your batter, you'll see that the olive oil is not totally mixed into that mixture. You'll be able to see that. I can see it. And you stir. Okay. It looks like it's mixed. Now, take your spoon out. Get as much of that to drain back down in there as you possibly can. Just like that. Now, you're going to use your mixer. Now, this will be noisy. Let me move this back. And this is not easy. I sit mine on the bottom of the bowl because if you hold it up, you won't have enough strength. I don't. To keep it from touching the bottom. But you do the best you can. So here we go. It's going to be noisy. And you do this for 15 seconds at a time. Okay, I count to 15. And then I stir. And we turn it on again, 15 seconds. And I stir. Just back and forth. Not not quickly enough for it to slosh up on the boat. Here we go again. Okay, and we're gonna stir. If I had not cut the recipe in half, you would be able to see better and it wouldn't splatter. Okay, let's go again. 15 seconds. Okay, stir. Now it's changing color again. It's getting a deep yellow. And we stir. And we stir. Now you remember it will stick to the bottom of the mixer. You see how it's not sticking? Okay, keep doing it. And you'll also feel that your mixture is thicker. Lost count. So we're going to carry it. Okay. Getting thicker. Now this takes a while, guys. But you'll see the change. It's getting thicker. Yeah, it's getting thicker. Just a little more. Oh yeah, it's a lot thicker now. I think a couple more times. Now you won't be able to tilt the bowl when you have a full recipe. You see how that's, let me see, let me bring it up. You see how when I lift that, you see there? You see how it's sticking to the bottom of the mixer is yellow? Let's do it one more time. Okay. I'm going to say that's it. I hope that's it. To me, it's thick. Let's go one more time. Okay. Now, all of this will be soaked. So I'm going to scrape this off as much as possible. There we go. Now in here, you see that? You can get in there. I hope you see it falling in the bowl. Now what I do with this, until I get ready to clean it, I just sit it on my countertop. It doesn't bother it in any way. Now I'm going to turn my camera and we're going to go, let me unplug my phone. We're going to go over here to the molds. Here we go. Over on the island. Let me see. Oh, take your glasses off. There we go. They are the molds. This way. There they go. Okay. My glasses down. Get my bowl. Now, this is the way that it looks. You see that beautiful yellow? Now, right here, let me get it here. You can add coloring to your mixture and make you so colorful. I have sensitive skin, so I didn't want to add any artificial colorings or color. I didn't want to add any fragrance, but at this point, you can also add fragrance. You get essential oils and add fragrance to your soap. Yes. And as a science project, I tell you what would be wonderful. I'd love to give it a try. Science was one of my favorite subjects. You know, beets give you amazing colors, There are flowers. They give you amazing colors. I wonder if you could use those in making soap. Interesting. Now I take this little thing, little scoop, and I fill my mold. Now I don't know how much this will make. A full batch will fill all of these. And I don't flatten my top, but if you move this and shake it, your soap will be flat on top. I want mine to look like I took the time to hand make it, but it's strictly up to you. So add a little bit more, make certain that I get full bars. Now I do move them to make certain that I get in the corners. I want my bar to be shaped like a bar and make certain that I have corners of the rectangle. There we go. There we go. Now, if you keep doing that, your soap will flat on the top and the bottom. Just a little more. Make certain I get the full bar of soap. See that little where it's not flat? See that? That's the way the soap. I kind of like that. Not all flat. Kind of like have a little. Okay. Now let's see how many I can make over here. Okay. Running out. So let's see if we can get full bars. And I'll get the spatula. There we go. Certain that it runs in the corner. Now, if you get circular mold, make certain that the full circle has soap. So you'll be able to enjoy the full size of the bottle. There we go. There we go. Get in the corner. I have little skewers that can help this to be pressed in the corner. But I didn't put them in my kit. Little wooden skewers or chopsticks. Okay, now with the rest of this, I'm going to put it in this little, let me slide this up like that. And let me get the spatula. Okay. Back. See how it cleans that bowl? Am I in the shot? Yeah. All of this is soap. It's gonna make soap. Yeah. Now everybody that purchases from my Etsy shop gets a gift. And sometimes I send them a bar of soap. Sometimes if the purchase is large, I send them a bar of soap. Purchase is small, I send them a square bar. And I take this. You see all of that soap that's in that scoop? So, and I try to have them all approximately the same size. My mom, I have a sister. My mom at Christmas time would give us almost the same type of things. It wouldn't be the same identical thing. And every Christmas, she gave us some sort of doll. Even after I was grown married, Ma gave us a doll. And you know what my sister, oh, see, I wasted that. You know what my sister and I would do? She'd unwrap her doll. I'd unwrap my doll. And I'd say, your doll looks larger than mine. I like your dress better than my dress. And my sister would say, well, what are you complaining about? Yours has better hair. Look at mine. Mine is bald. And my mother would say, I declare. She would never believe I'm making so. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's in there. See how this spatula cleans that bowl? Isn't it amazing? It's a great tool. Okay, this and the scoop. Now, that's where your pieces of cardboard. Let me move this um, mold. I don't need that. Half cover your soap. What I'm going to do is turn this one, put this up here, like so. I'm on that one. Go down in there. Then I turn them upside down, like this. Cover that soap. And they fit really well, coming off side. This little long rectangle one, I'm going to put it over this little red. Now you have to do this immediately after you pour your soap into your bowls. I'm not going to clean that up. I'm just going to cover it. There we go. Once you get it covered, you can use your cardboard. Let me see, did you say something? Wait a minute. Let me get my glasses. Yes, it's a beautiful color. That's why I was telling you, if you want to leave it just like it is, you have a beautiful golden yellow color. And but if you want it blue or green, you can color. Now this is where the beach towels come in handy. You're gonna have to cover it because your soap has to stay warm. So what I do is I'm gonna fold the beach towel in a 4. I'm gonna lay it on here, being careful not to move those trays. Oh, and you don't want air to get another one. And I folded it in 4ths as well. And I'm gonna cover this back one, not moving that tray, pressing it down onto the island. You don't want air to get in there. You want it to stay warm. Right so. Now I'm going to take this third one and make certain all of them are covered. Here we go. And you can use a blanket, regular towels, hand towels. It's up to you. Now, time to what? Look at the clock. It's 10:11 a.m. Let me raise my camera. 10:11 a.m. So when do I uncover it tomorrow? I've got to wait a full 24 hours. So that would mean in the morning at 10:11 a.m., I'll come and uncover the soap. Now, what I'll do is I'll make a video and I'll post the video and I'll let you know that I made the video and you can see the finished product. That's right, 10:11 a.m. That's exactly 24 full hours. And that's when I'll set my clock to come and uncover. And I'll make a video of me uncovering it and showing you what it looks like. You'll never know what a blessing you've been to me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed day filled with lots of smiles. And let me know if you give this a try. Let me know if you look up colorants that you can add to your soap, because beads give you amazing colors. Oh, all types of flowers give you amazing colors. What is indigo? Oh, the list is long. Have a blessed day. And thank you, thank you, thank you.